rental income. That's how investors make money, right? So how do you maximize the rental income? First of all, when it's vacant, make sure your market rent is actually competitive. If your market rent should be at $1,500 and you're marketing it at $1,600, it's not going to rent fast, which means a higher vacancy, which is horrible for you. The second thing you got to do is minimize vacancy. So how do you do that? One, when you have a tenant, keep a tenant. Keep a tenant. So how do you do that? So let's say they give you a notice. How do you keep them? If you can raise rents by $25 with a resident in there or keep them at the same price, why would you need to do that? Let's just play some numbers real quick. Let's say you have a tenant in there, they're paying $1,500. Okay? That's $1,500, easy math, $1,500 a month. All right, let's say you want to raise rents by $100. Okay? That means you're going to add $1,200 a year if you get it. But let's say, guess what? They say, nope, I'm moving out. And you don't want to negotiate that. All right, you want to move out? Guess what? You got a vacant property for probably 45 days. That's kind of the going rate right now. That doesn't mean depending on the property can be less or more, and the city could be less or more. Depends where you're at. So if it's 45 days, if you're over $1,600 just there that you're going to lose, okay? But not only that, now you have a turnover. Average turnover cost within the area right now is, I've done research on this. I've called many property management companies and investors. They're saying their average turnover cost is in between $2,500 and $5,000. Let's say you're on the low end. Let's say you're $2,500. That means just there, this doesn't include utilities. This doesn't include anything else. This doesn't include your mortgage payment that you make. Just there, you're going to be running $4,100 that you just lost. $4,100 that you just lost. So when you have a resident, you want to keep a resident. Now that doesn't mean if you're way under market, which we brought on a property that literally, I don't even understand how this happened, but they were at $650 in rents and their rents were $1,500. And I was like, no, and the tenant didn't want to go up to that. Sorry, you're moving out. I know at the end of the day, we can make the owner a lot more money by turning this over and making sure that they get the $1,400 to $1,500 that rent was. If you're hiring a property management company or if you are self-managing, rent at market is very viable, very important, but also is keeping the resident if you're already at market. If you're way below market, no, you need to get it up to market. That's important. Third thing, what you want to do, upgrades, guys. And rental properties over time, just to give you carpet, equals 6 years of life. 6 years of life. If you go to court, carpet 6 years, okay? You want to do upgrades. If a resident's been in there for 15 years, guys, it's okay. Do a few upgrades for them. Because guess what? It's better to keep that resident another 10 years than have turnover and have to remodel the whole place. So you got to think about cabinets, roofs, AC, all these are capital improvements and need to be done. So you need to make sure that those things are happening and there's a budget being put in place and you're budgeting maintenance and capital improvements every year. That's how you keep residents and that's how you continue to make money. So often I see people that are penny pinchers in real estate. It costs $150, it costs $500. If you don't have a budget and you're not budgeting maintenance, I can understand where that happens. But maintenance is the number one issue why residents leave. So if you're not willing to do maintenance, you're going to have a higher turnover. It just is what it is. So make sure you're willing to do the maintenance, the capital improvements, to make sure your properties stay nice. Otherwise, guess what? After 5 years, your maintenance cost is going to astronomically increase because you have deferred maintenance, and you don't want that. So remember these three things. You want maintenance, you want to keep the residents, you want to make sure your rental price is competitive. All these things are important. Do these three things and continue to make money on your investment property.